Allow me to say something entirely expected and uncontroversial. I love cameos. If you've seen enough of my videos, then you know just how much I love cameos. I love ancient cameos. I love Renaissance cameos. I love Victorian-era cameos. I especially love cameos from antiquity that got reused at some point later on in history. You know what else I love? Medusas. I love all interpretations of Gorgons, and lucky for me, there are a lot of them. There's also a huge overlap in the Venn diagram between cameos and Medusas. I want to share with you 3 of my favorite Medusa cameos, and one that's not a Medusa, but it is serpent adjacent. This first one is an ancient Roman cameo from around the 2nd century CE. I've seen this listed as both turquoise and glass. It's hard to tell if the brown coloration is part of the matrix of natural turquoise or if it's discoloration on ancient glass. Whatever the case, her expression is exquisite. She reminds me of Bernini's sculpture of Medusa. The setting is from the 16th century and it is adorned with enamel. This is held at the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. This next one is one that I shared in my stories last week, and a lot of you also fell in love with it. This is a carved emerald from the 18th century. This is a bracelet clasp. It's described as having a quote-unquote modern frame in 1915. So not modern to us, but not contemporary to the original carved cameo. This is confirmed to be a Colombian emerald, so a fairly early one from the 1700s. The cameo is held in a frame made of gold with enamel and diamonds. It's held at the British Museum. Then we have this stunner. I'm not sure if this really qualifies as a cameo or if it's just a figural carving, but it is exquisite. This is known as the Gorgonean pendant. It was designed by Wilhelm Lucas von Cranach in 1902, and it's made out of opal, jade, jasper, emeralds, and pearl. This is at the Kunstgewerbemuseum in Berlin. Last but not least, we have one that I am especially fond of. This is not a Gorgon, it's not Medusa, but it is one of my favorite historical figures, Cleopatra. Standing proud with what I assume is an asp wrapped around her wrist, getting ready to strike. Of course, legend has it that Cleopatra died by a self-inflicted snake bite. This is attributed to Ottavio Miseroni and Jan Vermeyen. It dates to the 16th century, and it's made out of carved agate with an enameled gold snake. It is also described as being in a quote-unquote modern pendant, but I'm going to assume that modern means late 1800s or early 1900s. This is not in a museum collection. This was privately sold at auction by Sotheby's.